What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? Fix my hat, looks like. How y'all doing, man? That was a double take. How y'all doing, man? I'm back here at the park, as you can see. Just recorded a video here yesterday. Happy Friday. Hope y'all are doing well, man. Enjoying the sunshine, the warmth, because a lot of people are going to be going into winter. So, just get out there, get in that sun, man. The sun has been just amazing the last few weeks, man. We've had, for the most part, clear skies, for the most part. But, as you can see, I'll give you a little glimpse into the joint where I'm at, and it's freaking empty, man. There's like two other cars here. It's just empty, and I'm just here doing my thing, man. I'm gonna go for a walk shortly, and just trying to get some time. See, there was like, in where I live currently, there was like some truck like driving around spraying chemicals everywhere, and I couldn't even go for a walk out in nature this morning because it's reeked of pesticides or fertilizer, whatever the hell. He had like a hose, and they're just driving around spraying everything. I'm like, okay, you're spraying everything, and you're killing not only the nature, but you're killing us too. You're killing yourself, because the dude had no mask on or anything. He's just literally breathing that in. And it was like a hose, like he was just like spraying, like he was washing his car type of thing. And it was like just spraying out all these damn chemicals. And I literally went out to start loading my car up before I was getting ready to leave, and it reeked. I mean, I know that probably in the past I probably wouldn't have smelt it as much, but I've been doing so much cleansing and detoxing, and so I smelt it. It was so potent and powerful, it almost knocked me over. But these people clearly are full of toxins already, and they don't probably cleanse or detox, and they probably didn't even realize that that it even smells. Or I don't even really, I'm not judging, I just don't even really understand. You're not only killing everything that you're spraying with it, but everything around you and yourself and human beings and everything else. So it's pretty sad and sucks. And I'm hoping that rain comes, because that's gonna essentially wash it away, because I can't even really go outside. I have to literally like put my shirt over my nose like this and hold my breath and run to my car, because it smells so bad. And I don't want to be breathing that in, especially when I just did a 4-day detox over the last weekend. And I cleansed my body and detoxed my body, and then this shit, and I'm sure it seeps in the house. You know what I mean? If it's that potent and smells that bad. So, I just wanted to kind of come on here and speak from my heart. And, just for anybody out there who's going through an awakening, who's struggling with addictions, who's doesn't think that they're going to make it, you will, and you can. And trust me, I'm one of those people that have made it on the other side of so many different things, so many addictions, that I kept falling down and getting back up, and falling down and getting back up. And sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes a lot of tries before we finally get to that place where, it doesn't have a hold on us anymore. And a lot of it are lessons that we do need to learn, that help us to grow. A lot of us were stunted, our growth was stunted, and We weren't growing. I wasn't. I didn't find myself growing. It took me a very, very long time to even get to this place, like 45 years. But I realized in doing the Akashic records that I had to. Because the reading that I got the other day kind of solidified what I'm doing here and what I do on the spiritual side, in the spiritual realm. And I'm essentially a teacher, a coach, a master who is teaching the new souls who haven't incarnated yet, who never have lived a human experience. I'm taking my experiences that I have learned and that I have gone through in every life that I have lived, and I'm bringing it back to the spiritual realm to then teach these young souls who haven't incarnated yet, who never have incarnated. And I'm teaching them what to expect. Clearly it doesn't matter that I could tell you anything and you not living it or you not having been in it, you're not really going to understand fully. But which is funny because I've been getting a lot of information and downloads describing and them saying, well, I don't understand. What do you mean? And they're not going to really understand, and like I had to tell them, hey man, look, because at that point they don't have a female, they're not a female or a male, so they're just a soul, and so I just say, hey, look, man, do you realize this, that you are going to forget everything that I told you. You'll have remembrances when you come here, like maybe you'll meet your soulmate or somebody you'll meet where you'll be like, holy shit, like I deeply connect to that person, like it feels like I've known them for lifetimes. And that's your soul remembrance. That's your soul remembering that you planted that individual here. You planted them in a certain situation that you're in to meet them or them meet you, and where you remember everything. Or, excuse me, I'm sorry, let me backpedal that. What I meant to say is you'll be like, oh my God, we have so much in common. It's like, I feel like I've known you forever. And that's your soul remembrance. And that person and you planned that, to meet, and how you would remember them. And maybe you would remember them by their eyes or looking into their eyes, or maybe it's a romantic relationship and you remember them by holding their hand or touch or just conversation or whatever the case may be. You agreed and contracted into how you would meet and how you would remember them and how they would remember you. So these are all things that, we plant and we plan for our path and our blueprints. And, I'm here living it out so that I can go back simultaneously as I go through these experiences. I then go simultaneously back into the spiritual realm to teach these young souls as I go through it. And it's so interesting because another thing that was coming through for me was, for many, many years, I can't remember the last time. It's happened so many times that when I was traveling, I was in the backseat of my parents' car, and we were going on a trip, and there was a little girl or a boy in a car next to me on the highway, and they'd be like looking at me and lock eyes with me and like smile and just keep following me with their eyes as I pass by them, because that's a remembrance. They're remembering, but they don't really know what they're remembering. But then I started to realize, oh my God, these are souls that I have taught and that are coming in, because I'm simultaneously doing this in parallel lives. I'm doing this on the other side as I'm living my life out. How crazy is that, man? I don't want to say how crazy it is, because I believe that anything is possible, but how neat is that? It's so freaking awesome and neat, and to have that job, so to speak, to be able to teach and train the new souls that never have lived out a human experience and are about to. And it was so funny because one of the terms that one of them said to me that I got as a download or a channel was, they would say, "Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go down. Put me in, coach." And I'm like, just remember, bro, just remember that you will not remember a damn thing when you come down here. And everything that I'm telling you, you won't remember. And they're like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean I won't remember?" And I'm like, just exactly what I said. You won't remember anything. And I was actually giggling and laughing, and when she was telling me this, and then after the fact, I was getting all these downloads and these scenarios that were playing out and reminding me of how, like, what was happening over there as it was playing out, they were all sitting around a campfire and the fire was burning, and I'm there teaching them my wisdom from what I've learned as I'm down here on earth. And as I'm going through these experiences, I go back up there to the spiritual realm and I'm teaching them, preparing them to come here, because they've never experienced it. They've never lived it out. They don't know what living as a human is. And I've been fortunate to have that, I guess you could say, role. I don't want to say position. I want to more say like a role. I've been fortunate to have that role to teach from the wisdom that I've experienced. No wonder why I've gone through like what one would consider hell. Because I've gone through it. I've experienced a lot in this life and in many other lives. And it certainly has not been easy by any stretch of the imagination. But yet I know that I'm taking these experiences back to the spiritual realm and teaching these youngsters before they come here. And what a profound, powerful position to be in. And I knew I had a big purpose here. I knew it was big. And yet it still hasn't even fully unfolded yet, because I'm meant to reach globally. And through YouTube, through these videos, through this channel, through many other connections that I'm creating in the ether, and with these new connections that I'm coming across, my soul tribe that's coming in, all these different ways is going to create the purpose that I actually came here to do, aside from my purpose of going on to the spiritual realm and teaching these new souls as they come in. And now I understand why I'm drawn to little kids, because they're the ones that are incarnating that I'm teaching. And it's so freaking mind-blowing. And they told me I would be getting more clarity. They said things would be becoming more clear, and they are. And I'm seeing it from a higher vantage point. And exactly what they said, from a helicopter position, where I'm seeing a viewpoint of my entire life from like the sky. So just know that we're all starting to get these insights, these visions, these downloads. Just know that it's happening for you too. Just be open and receptive to what's coming, because it's coming, and we're receiving these downloads in these channels and these connections to our psychic abilities and our telepathic abilities, and you name it, and we're all getting them more and more and more. So just know that if you haven't already, just be open and receptive and ask the universe, like I said in the messages I was giving in the video yesterday and the other videos I've recorded about, asking the universe. Keep asking for, I want to connect to my I want to channel. I want to connect to my angels and guides. I want to connect to my higher self. Ask for this stuff. I want to get messages. I want to get more clarity on my life and why I came here. You have to ask. They're not just going to give it to you if you don't ask. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. If you want to stay asleep and keep your head in the sand, you have that choice. You have free will. You can do that. So just know that. Be open and receptive. Open your heart. Ask questions. Ask the universe. Go out in nature. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Ask for direction. And tell them you want more clarity on your life. Tell them you want things to come in more clear. You want to understand why you came here. You will start to be led to where you need to be led to get these answers and to find yourself going back home to yourself internally, because everything is within you. You have everything inside you already. You don't need to go outside of yourself. And that's what I'm finding out more and more in the Akashic records. They keep telling me I have it all within me. I don't need these external things to give it to me. All the information I seek is right in here. But we have been misdirected and misguided to go outside of ourselves to find it somewhere else. That we're going to get it in a class. We're going to get it from someone else on YouTube. We're going to get, not to say that you can't watch this video and it sparks remembrance. It leads you to something that you need. You know, not to say that. That is something that we can use. That's why it's here. And that's why we get these messages. But at the end of the day, we have it all within us. It's all within us. This infinite amount of information that you see other teachers and gurus speaking of, they're getting it from within them. That's where it's coming from. Source, that source connection, divine connection, higher self connection, and then within you, heart centered. As long as your heart centered and you're connected to source and divine connection, you're getting all that. You have all that information, and God and source and divine is working through you, bringing that information through you. So just remember one thing. If you don't get anything else from this video, you have it all within you. Just remember that. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Please take care of yourselves and each other. From my heart to yours. Remember, you have it all within you. It's all within you. And we're going to find that out more and more as we move forward in this ascension process, this great awakening, this evolutionary shift in consciousness. As we keep waking up more and more, the collective, we're going to realize more and more we don't need to go externally. We don't need to find something outside of us. We have it all within us. So just remember that. Keep seeking the information inside of you. Meditate, yoga, breath work, nature. All these things will spark remembrance within you, and that you can find it all within yourself. I love you all, man. From the bottom of my heart, take care of yourself. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you haven't already. Okay? Because you're going to help this channel grow. We've been kind of staying stagnant for a while. I really want to grow this channel so we can get these messages out so that humanity can realize that they have it within them. They don't need to go outside of themselves. And there's so many ways that they can stop distracting themselves. So please share these videos out, subscribe, comment, like, hit the notification bell. I love you all. I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Happy Friday. Get rest. Sleep well. Eat healthy. And do right by yourself. Love yourself, man. That's the best thing you can do. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Give yourself self-care and compassion and love. I will see you soon. Take care. Until next time, let's go, Wisdom Warriors alike. Let's go. We got this.